Today, I'm excited to announce the Jivan Practice Map. Throughout this video, I'm going to give you a tour of the map, teach you how the drills work, and give you some tips for practicing in this map that can help you improve even more. And at the end of the video, I have a little announcement. But first, let me just tell you why this map is different than any other practice map. First of all, we have some very unique drills in this map that have never been seen before. Secondly, we're going to be continuing to update this map to keep it feeling fresh, add new drills, and take community feedback into consideration. So any feedback you have from playing this map, just drop it in the comments. This map is going to be our community's treasure that we continue to take care of, so your feedback is majorly appreciated. With all that being said, I'm going to give you a little tour of this map, and then we're going to get into the drills that you can do. The first room off to the right is the reactive tunneling drill. This is kind of like a survival game with tunneling. The goal is to stay in the circle as long as possible while tunneling. The arrow on the front of the circle is constantly telling you where it's going to be going next. It's not telling you the direction it's currently going, it's telling you where the next box you should build is going to be. If you go back to the start of this drill and look down to the right, there's an option to turn on fast mode. This is the mode I run it on, and it's honestly pretty good practice. The circle moves as fast as your player runs, so if you mess up and edit, you're gonna need to get your butt back in that circle as fast as possible, or else your game is over and you spawn back at the start. Lastly, just to give a heads up, the circle does go up and down without warning, so keep your eyes peeled and be ready to change layers at any moment in time. And there is an end to the challenge if you make it far enough. Test yourself, see if you can make it all the way to the end and complete the challenge. The next room to the left is the free build with bots room. This is my favorite room in any practice map. It's pretty simple. You build up towards the bot, you shoot the bot, and then another one spawns higher up. Free building is already one of the most popular ways to warm up at the start of the day, and this adds some extra challenge to it. And it gives you an opportunity to go for some nice clips in your warm up. At the spawn in this map, there's an option to build in slow mode, normal mode, or fast mode. We'll definitely be coming back to this room for some drills at the end of this video. Room number 3 is the aim trainer. We might end up adding more aim trainers later on, but this is a really good way to just warm up your tracking. If you look down to the right, you can change the speed of the bots. Down to the left, you can enter challenge mode, where you have 1 minute to hit as many targets as possible. The static targets are 1 shot and are only worth 1 point, and the moving ones are worth 2 points, but it takes like 8 shots to kill them. Test yourself, see if you can keep on beating your own score and improve over time. Room number 4 is headshot box fight. In this room, you're just spawned into a box fight situation and there's an orb floating around the room. You want to tunnel up close to that orb, and once you get close, take a good peek shot or else you're gonna get hit. This is a great place to just practice box fight movement, tunneling, and optimal peeks. Just a chill little way to get warmed up. The final room is the guided free build room. This one is just another way to practice your free builds. You have the speed options on the side, and then it's basically just a giant room that guides you in different directions. You constantly need to be paying attention to your environment for when it goes up, down, left, right, and this will help you not get too much tunnel vision on your builds, but also focus on the environment around you. All of these maps are just first editions, and we might be making some changes to them in the next couple weeks. Drop your feedback down below, let us know what you think we need to do, but honestly, this is a fire start. So that's the map. Now I'm gonna give you some good drills that you can do in these different maps to see the most progress. The tunnel map is pretty straightforward. Something you could do in it is try switching up the form of tunneling you're doing. You know, using ramps instead of doing full wall tunnels. Switch it up throughout so you're getting a variety practice. And of course, practice keeping your eye on that arrow and staying 1 step ahead. If we move over to the free build with bots map, you can do so many different drills in this. If you're trying to learn new build moves, practice it against the bots. Like let's say I'm trying to learn the sway retake, where you build walls with a ramp on top and underneath. This is a really protective retake. So look around you, figure out what side the bot is on, and then do this retake and protect the angle from the bot. And then do ramp flips to get up to the bot's lair and piece control it. Practice trying to end your retakes directly against the bot's wall so then you can get piece control on him. That's one of the hardest parts of learning retakes, is figuring out, where exactly are you going to end up? What angle should you be blocking? And this is a good map to get used to stuff like that. If you're brand new to the game, you could practice stuff like double editing up towards the bot, triple editing towards it, but the biggest thing that you should be doing is practicing piece control from behind cover and taking good peek shots. Make sure you're never exposed when taking a peek and piece controlling the enemy. Get in that rhythm in this map and it'll start to translate over to 1v1s and fights in game. But all in all, you could just use this map to free build around and shoot some enemies, you know, you do you. The aim map is pretty simple as well. It's just an aim map. There's not much else to say. Keep track of your scores though and see if you can beat them every time you get on. Try to improve that with time and practice using different guns in it. Moving into the headshot map, you should be practicing different box fight type drills. One of the biggest ones, for example, is dragging cones and then placing walls. Just like I'm doing here, this is an essential box fight move. The reason you drag cones first is because cones reach farther than any other build in the game. But in this map, you know, the orb is not always going to be on your lair, so you can practice switching layers while doing this cone tarp. But just like in the free build with bots map, you want to be focusing on taking good peek shots and not exposing yourself to the orb. The good thing about this map is when you do expose yourself for more than 0.5 seconds, you're gonna get tagged. And that'll kind of teach you when you're taking a good peek versus a bad peek. Of course, after taking your peek shots, you should always be resetting your edits just for good habit. Lastly, we have the guided free build section. A really good thing to do, and you can do this in the free build with bots section as well, you can practice in slow mode, and when doing that, you want to try to get your crosshair placement to be perfect. What this means is do the smallest movements possible to do all of your edits. If you train this in slow, it could help you build that muscle memory to do it in normal speed. But what I like to do is practice in fast mode. This trains your button coordination to speed up, and then when you go to normal mode, it almost feels like you're playing in slow-mo, and you can do everything way faster. It feels weird playing in fast mode and it almost feels pointless, but I'm telling you, after I do that, regular mode feels so much easier. If you do all of these rooms every single day when you get on, I swear you're gonna improve so fast. And like I said earlier, we're gonna keep updating this map and keep making it better, with the goal that one day you may never need to use another practice map. Obviously, make sure you're playing real games as well. You can't just play this map, but I've been playing so much better after running this. Now, I said I had an announcement at the end of this video. I didn't make this map by myself. I made it with the help of Team Unixo run by Xerex, and a guy named Danoploid did a ton of this map. Basically, I'm gonna be working with this team a lot, and we're gonna be releasing a ton of maps. We actually already have the next map made, and it's gonna be coming out within the next week or two on the second channel, vibinjivan. We have so many plans in store, and I'm telling you, some of them are so cool. A lot of the stuff is gonna involve the community for community games and other things, so stay tuned. I hope you guys like the map. Don't forget to leave feedback in the comments. We're gonna keep on working to make this map as amazing as possible and all future maps. Good luck practicing. Tourney content is about to start, so stay tuned. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
It's like fucking, like the weird zone.
Let's go.